In just 8 months, I'm going to live stream the biggest, I guess, birth and probably the quickest anybody's ever seen.
I will not be stopping my day job of bunking barely legals even when I'm pregnant. The idea of taking someone's even when I'm pregnant, so hot.
Bonnie Blue is apparently pregnant. Well, is she? That's what's going around the rumour mill right now. So basically, in case you haven't heard, over the past few days, Bonnie Blue, who is a notorious OnlyFans person, has been doing the rounds on social media because after she did the 1057 guy challenge within 12 hours, she basically leaked out to the media that she might be pregnant, or the media kind of latched onto this idea after she made some throwaway quotes about having some cravings while she's over in America. And the media were like, "Oh, cravings, that must mean she's pregnant." So the media were like, "Oh, Bonnie Blue, let's have some comments on this," and then that's kind of what's led us to this. She's been trending on Twitter for the past 4 days. She's been in every news outlet, especially in the UK. I'm pretty sure I've seen some news outlets over in the US. YouTubers are talking about her, TikTok is talking about her, and not for the good reasons. They're more like, well, you know, usually when someone's pregnant, it's an amazing thing. People are so overwhelmed, so over the moon for someone that they're pregnant, right? It's a fantastic thing. But this, people are kind of looking at this like, yeah, maybe you're not the best person to be a parent just yet. But we're going to take a look at what Bonnie Blue's had to say. So up until this point, it's been unconfirmed, right? But Bonnie Blue came out on her TikTok over the past kind of few days and made a few videos. First of all, kind of almost confirming that she was in fact pregnant in this video.
I'm going to take another pregnancy test because, well, I want to know how far along.
Even weirder than that was how she was talking about how she plans to live stream the birth on OF. So basically people would just have to pay to watch her give birth, which is such a weird concept. That's supposed to be a very intimate, very precious moment between a mother, a child, and even the father, if the father's there, right? It's supposed to be that intimate moment where it's like, wow, you're bringing your child into the world. To let people pay to join that, considering the demographic that she's got of people that sign up to her OF, to think that those people could be somewhat aroused by that is really disturbing, especially considering there is an actual infant involved. So even if this was rage bait, right, the thoughts that she was gonna that she was oh, I'm gonna put that out into the world is actually kind of diabolical, and kind of shows, even if she was pregnant, right? I don't think she is, but even if she was pregnant, it kind of shows the mentality that's there. It's well, finance over my child. No, that's a big fucking no.
In just 8 months, I'm going to live stream the biggest, I guess, birth and probably the quickest anybody's ever seen.
But she doubled down on the claims that she was pregnant by uploading even more videos talking about how she is pregnant and how, if she can fit a 1057 things in there and out of there within 12 hours, then she's going to have absolutely no problem giving birth.
If I can get over 1057 objects in and out of me within 12 hours, I can push a kid out in no time.
And of course, the running joke on social media right now is, well, who's the daddy? Daddy, who's daddy, right? There's 1057 guys just from that challenge alone that you can choose from, but you've also got every other guy that you've hooked up with since then, before then, around that period of time that you could have possibly conceived, right? And trust me, based off of the videos that she puts up, apparently that could be an awful lot of people. So she makes jokes about the paternity test, having to find out who the real dad is, and putting out DNA tests left, right, and center. It's just kind of messed up.
So I'm gonna go outside with 1057 men, and there's 1057 guys which are potential dads. I just wonder which one it is. I'm just hoping it's not Bevo.
But within this, she has blatantly stated that this is not going to stop her from, if she was pregnant, it's not going to stop her from doing what she does, right? Which is bonking barely legals, which has got to be some kind of thing where people are into that, where pregnant women and stuff. I can't imagine that myself because the poor kid. But yeah.
I will not be stopping my day job of bunking barely legals even when I'm pregnant. The idea of taking someone's even when I'm pregnant, so hot.
Anyway, moving forwards, she then made some comments about IVF, right? Which is obviously for some people that's the only way that they can conceive children, which is like that's how it is. But for Bonnie Blue to kind of like be like, oh, if you can't conceive because your man is sleeping with me, then obviously come to me, girl, and I'll I'll be a girl's girl. I'll hook you up with some IVF. Yeah, I'm sure by sleeping with their husbands, boyfriends, partners, fiancés, whatever, you are such a girl's girl, Bonnie. Do you know what? Fucking fair. Can we all give a round of applause to the girl's girl in the corner, right? Fucking crying with her millions, right? Like, no, I am certain that the last person anyone is going to want to go to for IVF, if you are sleeping allegedly with their husband, whatever, right? Like, is going to be you. No one's going to go to you first. But obviously, it's just rage bait. It's working on me, as you can tell. But yeah, she's a girl's girl.
If I have just drained your husband and now he's struggling to get pregnant, please drop me a message, as I would love to help and give you back. And I don't mean by giving you skincare that your husband donated to me. I want to help you with IVF.
IVF is expensive. Buying pregnancy tests every month, honestly expensive. And then you're buying your ovulation tests, and then you're trying to buy all these vitamins.
So would you say it made you feel quite low?
Yeah, like it's hard. And then you see all these other people getting pregnant or people joking about it. And it's something you're like, well, as a woman, like, why can't I get pregnant? I should be able to get pregnant. Yeah, I knew like my only sort of options was potentially IVF, and I didn't have the money for that.
Now, obviously, the media attention has been immense. I've stated already, she's been trending on Twitter for days. Every media outlet across the UK and even over in the US have touched on this and have talked about it. And she came out in a recent podcast and on her TikTok as well to state that actually she's not pregnant.
So Bonnie, are you pregnant?
I am not pregnant.
Okay, right, yeah. Statement over.
I am not pregnant. Like, the media, I'd say about like a week ago, started like making rumours about me pregnant, and quite a lot of the media approached me and said, look, can you add a comment? And at the time I was like, comment on what? Because I'm not pregnant. I haven't even hinted at it. Like, nothing has been mentioned. Very different storylines what they usually go for. Usually it's just like, oh, those men are disgusting. Like, those men in your queue are weird. But this time they decided to go like a completely different route.
I actually remember how it begun. Is we were just sitting there and you're going, this person's put online that I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, there was another one, and then there was articles, and then it was a thing.
Yeah, then suddenly, like, I hadn't hinted at this point, I hadn't done anything. Like, just going about my normal day, and suddenly it's apparently I'm pregnant or rumoured to be pregnant. So then sort of the last 24 hours, I decided, okay, like, I don't usually benefit too much, like, well, I benefit from the media, but my, I guess, like, followers don't as such. So it was like, okay, let's turn this, because I do want to start giving back. And this was like a way for me to start doing that. So the last 24 hours, I've hinted at being pregnant. Like, I have never confirmed I was pregnant, because I would never, ever lie about pregnancy.
She even goes as far as to state that she was just using the media attention because of how, like, you know, crazy it was going, just to benefit herself, just to boost herself, just to kind of, like, you know, elevate her platform essentially.
No, I am not pregnant. Yes, I have hinted at it. And the reason being is I'm going to use the media attention and the extra income I have had over the last few days because I want to pay for somebody's IVF journey. I want to do good and I want to do better. I want to pleasure people, and I don't just mean guys. Paying for someone's IVF journey is something I'm passionate about, something I want to do, and something that's going to be good to do with my money.
I mean, I can't lie, it's worked. It really has worked. I will never give this woman props for anything, because, like, I just feel like there's nothing going on behind those eyes. But she's done well, right? She's managed to take what the media believed to be she believed to be a throwaway comment. The media took it, ran with it, decided that it was something. So then they reached out to her for comment, and she's just been like, I'm not pregnant, but fuck it, let's run with the story. It's pretty wild. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button. I'm sure it comes as a surprise to absolutely no one that she's not actually pregnant. But the thing is, right, is thank God. Thank the Lord, not for her sake, not for society's sake, but for the kids' sake. Like, imagine growing up with a parent like Bonnie Blue. Imagine your parent, like, kids are savage, right? Take it from a teacher, ex-teacher. Kids are brutal, especially when you get to secondary school and they discover this kind of content, right? And they get interested in that kind of thing. This is a big fucking grey area that you do not want your kid to be associated with, right? And unfortunately, if your kid is Bonnie Blue's kid, which I have no doubt, this woman's got no shame. She's got no fucking care about anything other than herself, in my opinion, right? She'll share the kid, like, all the way. Like, I'm all about, like, you know, how could she possibly know that the kid's consenting, right? This is the issue I have with, like, some family channels as well. I'm like, how do you know? Yes, a kid can say yes to going on camera when they're 5 years old, but what does that actually mean to a 5-year-old? You know, like, wait until they're, like, their frontal cortex is developed a little bit before asking them that question and sharing them online. Because once you go online, nothing comes offline, right? I would feel so sorry for the kid. Like, the kid would be ripped apart at school. Anyway, that's just my, you know, 5 pence worth. Obviously, it's Bonnie Blue's kid. Like, what she does is what she does, and that's down to her. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump to the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.